All right, so we're going to show you how to add a working twig roof opening offset bunker to any base after it's already been built, and it's going to be super nice and super easy. And this is a combination of two previous building techniques. The offset bunker is shown on screen, as well as the scope stack or the floor stack after it's already been built. And this is a modified technique of it, and again, super nice, super easy. And you do have to be able to place this twig build out on your base, as shown here. That is 5 twig triangles at a half height above, and then 3 square floors overhanging without a foundation beneath them. And if you know those 2 videos, you know what this looks like. It looks like big squiggly, little squiggly offset over connected back to the base. Super nice and super easy. We'll just show you how to do it real quickly here on this 2x1. You do a 2x1, 2x2. Again, usually you would do it on your doorway, just like this, and we'll try and put a bunker right up here. And one thing about it is that you do need 2 empty triangle spaces now. So it's going to be like this. And we could have a square there for a bunker opening on both sides, or we don't have to keep this here. We could add it later to open it. And again, super nice, super easy. 5 twig triangles. Put some half walls here to support your triangles. Then you want 3 twig floor squares. Then surround yourself with low walls or half walls, probably low walls for the wood cost. Back yourself up in the first one closest to your base. Crouch. You don't really have to line yourself up too much. Just go forward. Just try and center yourself. If you're having trouble centering, you can put a low wall right here, and when you center like this and then just jump over here and then back up square, it'll just be right on key. But we don't really want this one here, because sometimes that's just when you're practicing and getting used to it. You could demolish that without moving. But once you get everything lined up and you're blue like this, make sure you can move back and forth smoothly over that lip. That means it's really lined up, and you want to go, once it's moving smoothly over the lip of the square floor, go forward, pull your mouse down in as straight of line as you can. It doesn't really matter too much. It doesn't need to be exact. Just don't go too askew. Then you're gonna pull that foundation back. Looks like we're a bit too low there. We're gonna pull that back, and we don't want to go all the way back. If we're all the way back here, I'm gonna hold Alt, and then I click this. That was actually not a bad one. But if we're all the way back and then I click, this square is just gonna float over here. That was too good of a lineup. Anyway, line it up, drop it down, bring it back, and you don't want to go. You want to go forward slightly so your red square shoots forward, just like that. We shifted forward. Then we're gonna Alt look, demolish this, crouch, hold Alt, move over, make sure your shadow is shifting. It is not shifting. Usually that means you're too far back instead of forward. See if we can get it to shift with a jump. I'm not seeing a shift. We're gonna have to do it again. Super easy. Back it up into here, go forward, make sure it's blue, and you can move smoothly back and forth. Drop it down, pull it back, go forward slightly, Alt. When you right click, let go of Alt so you don't mess up your Alt, and then crouch, hold Alt, make sure that shadow is shifting right there. You see it shifting, just like that. Make sure it's shifting away, click, and make sure it's shifting away and click. Now, once you have this, you can check that you're offsetting correctly with your 18%, which we are, and then we need to check we're connecting correctly. Checking our TC, we have 88 wood. If we break that, we have 63 wood. So if we connect this, and then we upgrade this to HQM, we'll have HQM on the TC, so everything is connected on one base. And now we have our offset that can be connected back to our main TC. And I just broke that one, but we're gonna try and hopefully it works without it. But it's gonna be super nice or super easy, because you don't need all of the 3 squares for the offset. One of these would be good enough. We're gonna break all of the twig except for what we want for our honeycomb, and we place the square here. Boom, boom, boom. Double half wall, double half wall. Upgrade this. Then we want a floor frame here. They want two, oh, make sure this one's coming off those offset ones, just like this. Boom, bada boom. And then when we place this here, boom, bada boom. Everything is attached. You don't need these. You can leave one and then build back to open it. So if I wanted to just do this and then build back like that, like if I had other, even though this particular demonstration that would not work, but make sure you replace those, but you don't need them there. And you can't place these opposing ones, but again, just like a normal old school offset, you would just be able to do something like this, just like that. And look, we're sealed. Even though we can't place this foundation, we can put a jump up with an oil refinery or anything like that. And now you have your twig roof opening offset bunker attached to this base after it's already been built, and you would be able to do another one on this side if you so chose, just like this for this side. And it would require both of them to be open at the same time. Again, super nice, super easy. All right, and then as well for your hexagon, same thing. If you wanted to start out with the hexagon core, you would do the same exact thing. Build your twig build out on your front door. It will be a little weird with the triangles, but again, line everything up. Make sure you're smooth back and forth over this lip of the twig, just like this. Bring it forward, drop it down, back it up, bring it forward a bit more. Alt click, demolish. Don't have a TC, fantastic. Have to redo it. Go ahead and do that one more time. Line it up, make sure you're back and forth over that lip, nice and smooth, just like that. Chop it down, back it up, bring it forward slightly. I feel like that one's a bit too low. Yeah, and bring it forward slightly. Alt click. And it's too old, I can't demolish it, I have to do it again. Fantastic. Jump up, hexagon, nice. Line it up, back and forth. Make sure you're smooth. And make sure you're smooth back and forth. Just like this. Chop it down, bring it back, bring it slightly forward a bit. Click, alt, demolish that. Make sure your shadow is shifting like it is right there. Boom. Do one more time. Shadow shifting, boom. Then when we go over, check our 18%. Boom. Even if there's a gap, it can add upkeep. 90 wood, 65 wood. So we're good there. And again, for triangles, it's going to be a little weird. So we want our bunker opening right here. So we will need these two. All right, and the trick is how do you get that from here? So you need to go like this, break that, break this, get this one in there. Then you can, I'm gonna save this offset, this offset over here so I don't have to demolish everything. By floating them all over, again, double checking that I still have my 18%. Good, I could demolish this one. And now I have room to demolish this and wrap this around with triangles. And now, I want to say it is like this. Is it all double walls? I'm not too sure how to do it on triangle and all hexagon base. Maybe you have to do all half walls on all of these. And then if I replace these with squares, does that demolish? No. I'm not too sure how you would add it to the hexagon. You'd have to play around with this, but once you have the offset pieces here, I just don't know how you would, because we can still do all of our honeycomb, even though we just freehanded this offset, just like this. Look, all of our honeycomb. We won't be able to connect the adjacent foundations here, but that's just like the old school offset. That's pretty standard. You got to try it out with your hexagon base. I'm not too sure what the actual, we got the offset going here. I just don't know the actual roof pattern design for a hexagon. Maybe you could maybe you could help me out with this. But again, super nice, super easy. No, look, I'm connecting the floors. Everything's good. I just don't know what the wall foundation pattern is to be able to break it like a disconnectable TC for all triangles. So if you knew that, you would be able to add it to the hexagon. But I'm not too sure. But again, super nice and super easy.